Hello friends, this is Astrologer Mohnish once again, and thank you for watching my videos about Vedic astrology. This is episode 4 of how to read your own chart. And I'm thankful to you for your overwhelming response to my previous 3 videos about how to read your own chart. I'm receiving a lot of your emails, questions, queries, feedback, and I'm really thankful to you for providing me your positive feedback, and grateful to you because you're watching my videos and learning astrology. So we spoke about Sun in the previous video. In this video, we'll be talking about one of the most important planet of Vedic astrology, and that is Moon. A lot of importance has been given to Moon in Vedic astrology, and the primary reason is Moon is the closest of all the planets in the solar system. Moon is a satellite planet to Earth, and it is the closest planet to human beings. Moon has a direct impact on our mind, on our thoughts. And that is why when the baby is born, the sign where the moon is, the zodiac sign where the moon is, and the house where the moon is, and the nakshatra where the moon is. Nakshatras are the 27 constellations, the 27 mentions of moon, and moon travel each mention every night. So I know we have not talked about nakshatras, but in this series, in my following videos, I'll be talking about nakshatras a lot. So consider this: when a baby is born, the sign from Aries till Pisces, wherever the moon is, and the houses where the moon sits, and the nakshatra where moon is in, that holds a great value in your life. That speaks about your mental capabilities, that talks about your emotional strength, your mental strength, and also how you think, what you think, and in any given situation, how your thought process will be surfacing or creeping up. So Moon is a very important planet, and we'll talk about it more when we start reading about the placement of planets according to the house systems and according to their lordships. So when we talk about Moon, consider this: Moon signifies your thought process. Moon signifies your emotions, your emotional strength, and your emotional weaknesses. It also signifies your intuitive powers. Moon is a Sattvic planet. With Sattvic planet means the planet which illuminates our life to remove darkness. And there are 3 Sattvic planets in astrology, in Vedic astrology. Those are Sun, Moon, and Jupiter. These 3 planets illuminates us. They guide us. Moon is a significator of our thought process. And that's the reason in Vedic astrology we always mention and say that there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to astrology, because no human beings can think similarly. Every human soul, human being, they all have a unique thought process which is being governed by the moon and the environment they are in. You take any number of people, put them into one place, into one situation, into one environment, and you will still notice that everyone among them act or react differently. Why so? It's because of their thought process. And what is tuning their thought process? It's the placement of the moon, which is tuning their thoughts, how they think, and how they react. Because moon is a sign. Moon is a planet which talks and tells about how you feel as what world is doing to you. Understand this concept. Moon is a planet, and the placement of moon in your chart speaks about how you feel internally, intuitively, as what the world is doing to you, how the world is reacting to you. But the way you react to the world is being signified by your ascendant sign and the placement of your sun. It's a very important concept to understand if you're a beginner astrologer or learning astrology, that moon speaks about what you think as world is doing to you, and what you doing to the world is being seen by the placement of sun in your horoscope and the placement of your ascendant sign. And we'll talk about the ascendant sign. So that's the reason moon is a very, very important planet. Moon is a sattvic planet, as I told you. Moon is a nurture. Moon is a motherly planet. Moon is a soft planet. Moon is a sensual planet. So I hope you're understanding the concept. I really want you to understand this concept when you read the chart, that the natural cosmic energy, each planet is a natural cosmic energy representing something in your life. Like we spoke about sun, which is your soul. Moon is your mind, your thought process, your emotions. So wherever this energy sits inside your chart, whichever house it sits in, it will dominate that area of your life heavily. And moon is very important because that is where your emotions and your thought process is running. So check your horoscope and see where your moon is. If your moon is in the first house is of your self-appearance, your body, your physical body, your approach towards life, and your own identity. This is a very important house, as I told you in the beginning. So if your moon takes this house, you're always very, very self-conscious. Your thought process and your emotions are attached to your physical body, to your soul. For a woman, it's a very good sign because, as I told, moon is very soft and very sensual in nature. Moon is beautiful planet and it enhances the beauty of anybody who has moon in their first house. For women, it means a very sharp features, very nurturing capabilities, very sensual touch, and very nice personality. And for men also, since moon is a little bit feminine in nature, so it gives you more feminine qualities, which is not bad. I mean, as a man also, you will be soft-natured, you will be nice and humble, you will be self-conscious about yourself, and your thought process is about you. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your subconscious mind is about you. That you want to shine, you want to look good, you want to appear good, you want to give maximum what you can to others. You are a natural healer, you are a natural nurturer. You are very good in nurturing. One of the biggest quality what people need nowadays, a nurturing. So that's moon in first house. If you have moon in second house, then consider your emotions and your thoughts are in your family, in your wealth. So wherever you go, whatever you're doing, in subconscious mind, you are very well connected towards your family needs, and also towards your bank balance. Moon in second house also makes you very eloquent speaker because moon is soft in nature, and when it's sitting in the house of speech, it adds to that sensuality, the softness into your speech. And people listening to you will enjoy that because moon is a very pleasing and very soft planet. Wherever it sits, it produces that softness. First house, softness in your approach, softness in your body, softness in your characteristics. Second house, softness in your speech. You will also be very conscious about things what you eat because second house is also about food habits. Moon generates a lot of thought process. So second house thoughts are family, money, income, wealth, and speech, also the food. Moon in third house gives you a very good writing skills because third house is a house of writing. It's also a house of self-determination and self-discipline. It's a house of siblings too. So people who have moon in third house, they're very well emotionally connected with their siblings, with their brothers and sisters. They write beautifully because not only they write eloquently, but they also write beautifully because moon is there. Moon is very soft and beautiful planet. So wherever moon lands into your houses, it magnifies the beauty of that house. So third house moon people have a good handwriting. They're very well connected with their siblings, and also their thought process is always about adding more to their life, because it's a house of their determination and house of their purushukara, their self efforts. So they're always constantly thinking about adding more to what they're already adding in to their self effort to bring better in their life. So third house moon, very important sign, and plays a very important role in anyone's life. Moon in fourth house. Fourth house signifies what? You might have already seen it in my previous videos. If you're saying home, vehicles, property, then you're correct. So moon in fourth house means you're very well connected and emotionally connected to your home where you're living, to your surroundings. You need your environment to be perfectly clean, perfectly in order. You get peace when you are at your home. Your emotions are attached to your home, to your homeland also, and to your mother also. You're very emotionally connected with your mother, because 4 is a mother. 4 is a house of mother, and moon is also mother. So when moon lands into the house of mother, it just magnifies everything. Your thought process, your subconscious mind, well connected with your mother, and also well connected with your own home where you're living, your own environment. And within your subconscious mind, you also think about adding more property or adding more real estate wealth into your portfolio, because your moon is, your mind is, your emotions are in your real estate, in your property, in your home, and at the place of your homeland. Moon in fifth house. So fifth house is what? Fifth house is about your love, your romance, your passion, your creativity, your intelligence, your intuitivity. Everything is seen from fifth house. If your moon and mind comes in here, your emotions are in the house of creativity. Your emotions and your thought process is also in the house of innovation. So this is what you do when you are sleeping, when you're alone. You always think about creating something new, providing new solutions to the world, to the people. You are a very good solution provider because you think that way. You think out of the box. Fifth house is house of innovation and intelligence, intuitivity. So your intuition powers are like you're thinking so deeply, so passionately that you try to create something in your mind of nothing. And that is where the innovation starts. Moon in fifth house also makes you sensitive, because moon controls your emotion, and fifth house is a house of companionship, bonding. And as I told you in the beginning, moon is what you feel internally as how world is reacting to you, what world is doing to you. So this house tells you, when your moon is in this house, in fifth house, it tells you how your other half, your partner, is reacting to you, is what he or she is doing to you. That's how you feel. And then your response is based on how you feel. So that makes people sensitive especially towards relationship. Whereas for innovators, people who want to develop something new, solution providers, this increase their intuitivity, increase the strength of their intuitions, and provides them a deep and very deep thoughtfulness, what they need to develop or design something new. So very, very good sign, moon in fifth house. Sixth house, we talked about it. Sixth house is house of your health, your fitness, job, and service. So you're mostly emotionally attached towards your service or your job, what you do. Your thought processes always lean towards the service what you're providing. It may be your job or maybe any service you provide to anybody in the world. You're connected there. Your fitness is also very important for you, because that's what you think. You want to feel good. You want to look good. You want to remain healthy. It's not about the physical fitness only. It's about the fitness of your mind and your body both. So sixth house moon makes you a person who is very well connected and very thoughtful about their physique, their mind, their health, and the services what they provide to the external world. anybody. It could be your job also. And they're very well emotionally attached also. People having moon in 6th house does not frequently change their jobs, because wherever they go, they get emotionally attached to some degree, to some extent. And they love to be into their environment where they're emotionally attached and connected. So that's why 6th house moon does not allow people to change jobs or change their service condition very frequently. Same as with the 4th house moon. People does not buy or sell their homes very frequently, because wherever they live, they get emotionally connected with that home where they're living it. And for them, moving to a different home is an emotional challenging situation. So this is in 6th house. This happens with their job, with their services. And also they are very well connected with their physique and with their fitness. Moon in 7th house is about your marriage, your business, your interpersonal skills. So 1st house moon gives you a beautiful body and beautiful features. 7th house is a house of your spouse. So if you have moon in 1st house, you are beautiful. If you have moon in your 7th house, your spouse is beautiful. Your spouse is soft. Your spouse is sensual. Very important. See, this is how astrology works. And your thought processes, if you are business minded, if you are running a business, then you're always thinking about your business. You're very emotionally connected. You also get connected to the people whom you interact on a daily basis, because this is your interaction on a daily basis with the people, with the business partners, or a normal life whom you talk, whom you meet every day. So your mind is always there. So people in 7th house moon is wherever they might be in their day-to-day life, but they are always thinking about their business or the meetings they have. Even if you're not in a business, your interpersonal skills, your style, your daily interactions, you're always thinking about your daily interactions, people whom you're going to meet. You're setting up your calendars, you're thinking about your following meetings, your previous meetings, or if you're in a business, you're always being occupied with the thoughts of your business. And beautiful spouse, good relationship, because this adds to the depth into a relationship, because your moon is here, and you really give priority to the relationships of life. Now moon in 8th. Moon in 8th is good and bad both. So 8th is a house of pain and suffering, as we told in astrology. So 8th house moon means a sign of depression, anxiety and pain, or your mind is not stable in a negative way, like your mind has always been trying to explore something beneath underground, or which does not exist in the world. As I told you, if your sun is here, you are into occult science and astrology or product development. If your moon comes here, your emotions are here, your mind, your thought process is here. So either you're having some kind of a pain because of your anxiety and depression and anxiety happens when people does not understand you, what you're trying to say or what you're trying to communicate. That's what gives you the pain and suffering. It's not about you are born with the depression. It's just like your thought process, which how you think and feel, nobody in the world has been able to understand. And that leads you into isolation and you get into depressive mode, into anxiety and pain. But this is also a very good house if you are into astrology, if you are into product designing, or for person who are doctors, because now instead of getting pain in their life, they are reducing others' pain. Moon in your 8th house gives you an ability to think out of the box, to think underground. People who have moon in 8th house, their intuition power is very, very, very strong as compared to any other people with moon having in any other house. This is a house of underground. This is a house which is not seen, from not visible, where no sunlight goes. And if your mind is there, consider this, you can be a very, very dangerous or very, very creative, or a person who can literally bring change to the entire world. So going further, moon in 9th house, wisdom, expansion, learning, religious. You're very religious minded if your moon is in 9th house, because your thought process is all about dharma, about doing good. about your actions, about law abiding. You are very soft nature person who want to deliver good to anybody on any sphere of your life, because your thought is always religious, your thought is always dharma, always sattvic. Moon is a sattvic planet, as I told you in the beginning, and ninth house is also sattvic. It is a natural house of Jupiter. So you're very philosophical in nature. You are a person who can sit and talk about spirituality, philosophy of life, religious minded, wisdom, very righteous act in your mind. Maybe physically you're doing it or not doing it, that we'll talk about it when we talk about Mars, but internally you're very righteous in your thought process. You do not want to harm people. You want to always do good to society, to people, to your country, to yourself, and you're always ready to help people, whoever comes to you. And you're a constant learner too, because your thought process is all about reading something new, learning something new. And ninth house capability, your thoughts, your emotions are well connected with that. And you're very emotionally connected to your religion also, if you follow any religion, because your thoughts are there, your emotions are there. And your father, ninth house also represent your father. So fourth house, your mother, ninth is your father. So you will be emotionally linked with your father, because that's where your thought process is. And this house signifies your father. So moon in 10th house. What does 10th house represents? Status, career, fame, name. So if your moon gets into this house, what does it mean? This means your emotions and your mind and your thought processes about your career, about your status. You really think and feel how people react to you. You're very conscious about what people think about you. You're very conscious about your image in the society. You're always thinking about how to bring the best out of you so that you can achieve a lot in your status and in your career. You are very charitable too. 10th house makes you a person of charities, because when you do charity, I mean, there are many reasons why do people do charities, but 10th house charity is linked towards social status. You really want to adhere or want to acknowledge internally that you are delivering something to the society which is increasing your status. So 10th house is house of your long-term goals, your status, and your mind is here, your emotions are here. Naturally, you know what will happen. You're always well connected and very self-conscious, always thinking about my status, my reputation, how people see me. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? If I do this, will it have a bad effect on my status, on my image or not? So these kind of thoughts, you always will have these kind of thoughts naturally, because your moon is dictating those. 11th house is a very important house. It's a house of your gains. It's a house of your social activities, house of your group friends, and expansion and future. So 11th house moon makes you a person who is very, very socially active. You will always have a good support of your friends, because you are moon, you are a motherly nature to them. So if you have moon in 11th house, you will see that you attract people naturally towards you to become your group friends, because your emotions and your mind is about 11th house, expansion, expansion and expansion. You think about expansion in life, in any sphere. It may be your expansion of your desires, expansion of your money, expansion of your family, expansion of your comforts, expansion of your material gains, or expansion of your reputation, or expansion of your social life. You are well connected here. You get disturbed when somebody in your social life act against you, because you're very emotionally connected to your social life. You are a person who can run NGOs, very successfully, because you will bring people together and you will have a very strong bonding and connectivity with them. 11th house is, in astrology, is very, very powerful house. Along with these 4 houses, 1, 4, 7 and 10 for material gains. These material gains only come if your 11th house is strong. This is the house which delivers you. These are the houses which manifest your desire. So your desire starts from these houses, these 4 houses of material gains, 1, 7, 1, 4, 7 and 10. But will those gains be delivered to you or not is subject to 11th house condition. And we'll talk about it when we talk about the condition of the houses. So moon here plays a very important role. You want expansion, your thoughts are in expansion, your thoughts are in adding more to what you already have. And you're emotionally connected. If you see something decreasing, you get into a state of sadness, and it induces pain to you because you only want expansion. 12th house. 12th house moon. 12th house is again a very important house. It has both positive and negative traits. Talking about the positivity, you're emotionally connected. You are a bliss soul who can heal anybody because you're very spiritual in nature. 12th house is a house of your spirituality. As I told you when we were talking about the sun signs also, planet sun also, that sun here makes you a healer. Your soul is well connected when it comes to healing others. Similarly, your moon and emotions are also here. You are born with the thoughts of spirituality. You are born with the thoughts of afterlife. You are a great dreamer. Consider if your moon is in 12th house, what kind of dreams you get at night. Have you ever checked? Have you ever noticed? Notice it now. You will always see dreams of a different world, a different life, a different place, a different environment, because that's what your brain, your mind, your emotions is. Your emotions are well connected with 12th house of spirituality. You think beyond this world. You think about healing. You think about nurturing. You get sad when you see people in pain. This is the house which makes you immensely sad if you see people in pain, because your emotions are overflowing in the 12th house and you want to get connected to everybody who comes to you for healing. You are a natural healer. You love to sit in isolation because you want to think about the life and life after this life. You can be a very good astrologer too. You can be a very good spiritual healer too, spiritual guru too, because everything is coming from the 12th house. Your mind, your moon is already there. Your emotions are already there. It's a perfect combination. And on the other side, in the materialistic side point of view, it's all about your investments also. So you think about your investments, about your savings, and also about your expenditure, because 12th house is also a house of your expenditure. So 12th house, very important. Moon here, natural healers, spiritual gurus, spiritual leaders, very good hospitality. You will see people in 12th house moon have. They are very good in hospitality because they get connected very fast. They are emotional. And they also think about karmas, afterlife. And people with moon in 12th house, they are not a people of partying and people like in moon in 11th house who wants to enjoy, who wants to have a social activity. A 12th house moon will make a person who would like to sit alone, maybe meditating, maybe enjoying reading a book, maybe just self-healing, maybe doing something, researching, learning something new, or sitting in isolation. That's what the people who have moon in 12th house do. And that's the beauty of understanding how your cosmic energies play a vital role, particularly in the houses where they sit, and then they start dominating it. I have my moon in 12th house. So I'm just giving you a hint here. Why I'm teaching, why I'm into spirituality, why I'm into astrology. My moon is right here. So I can relate to people who have moon in 12th house. So please do subscribe to my channel if you really want a connection with me, one-on-one connection virtually. If you're a learner of astrology, these videos will help you a lot. And connecting with me will also give you that spiritual energy, what you need to learn astrology. You cannot learn astrology by reading books. I guarantee you. You can only read books from a very higher level perspective, but you will never be able to understand the depth of astrology unless somebody like me who is teaching you, or you have a person who is practicing astrology and can teach you that. So that's the reason I always tell you, if you have a spiritual connection with me, virtual connection with me, you will feel the same energy inside you what I have and I'm teaching to you. Because I cannot see you visibly through my eyes, but when you subscribe to my channel and I see your emails coming, your questions coming in, you are into my thought process. And what does it mean? When you are in my thought process, virtually, I get connected to you. So I leave it to you to decide whether you want to subscribe it or not. But understand this, if you want to learn astrology, this is the best way of learning astrology. What I'm teaching you right now, step by step, understanding how the cosmic planets and the cosmic energies work for you at the time and the place you were born. I see you in my next video where we'll be talking about our favorite prince planet, Mercury. Thank you and see you in my next video.